Bet you if we go back in time and talk to some of the people that were around her as she grew up, I can guarantee you they gonna say two things about her. Patti LaBelle was mean and she got them hands. Well, hello there, love bugs. Hello there, Bellas. If you have not already done so, please remember to like, share to Facebook, subscribe, and visit uptopbeauty.com. I have not been promoting Uptop Beauty, but it does not mean it is not still there. And if you are not already a part of this book club, please hit the Patreon link below and or the join button here on the YouTube. And for a small monthly fee of $5, you babies, yes you, can be privy to all the shenanigans before the YouTube gets it, if the YouTube gets it. Now, let's continue talking about Patti LaBelle's, what is this called? Don't Block the Blessings, Revelations of a Lifetime. Okay, y'all, as you know, Saturdays is all me and Lou. So if you hear some snorting or grunting or snoring in the background, you know it's my baby or our baby, because Lou now belongs to all of us over here at the book club, because we all love the dog. Lulu, watch this. Lulu, you want to say hello, baby? I guess the Bad Boys of Rock did have some kind of influence on us. I'm not sure, but I think it was on this tour that Cindy and I had our first and last fist fight. Good thing it only happened once, because once was enough. It was a knockdown, drag-out affair. For some reason, girlfriend decided to play a practical joke on Sarah, Nona, and me. She consorted this whole complicated story about us having an appointment downtown to do a radio interview with a really popular DJ. Cindy let us take our showers, put on our makeup, get all dressed up, and start heading out the door before she fessed up. Sighed, she yelled, pause. That's what I don't do. I don't play. Because I am super duper gullible. Cindy let us take our showers, put on our makeup, get all dressed up, and start heading out the door before she fessed up. Psych, she yelled, collapsing on the bed in a fit of laughter. That shit ain't funny. Girl, I couldn't believe it when she told us she had made the whole thing up. I was so ticked off. I couldn't see straight. I picked up a bag of peanuts and started throwing them at Cindy. One by one. That's when Sarah jumped in. Leave her alone, Pat. It was just a joke. Now, when I put on my good makeup, hell no, in my good wig, and take a shower with my good Gina Tay, the lies you tell, sir. As soon as Sarah said that, Priscilla, that's her alter ego, came out. This is between me and Cindy, so mind your own damn business. I shot back in my I'm not taking any shit today voice. Sarah kept right on yapping. This is my business, and don't you forget it. And on and on. When she wouldn't shut up, I picked up a glass and threw it against the wall. Oh shit. Glass flew everywhere. Sarah got cut, saw blood, and started screaming bloody murder. Next thing I knew, Cindy was all over me. Furniture was falling, wigs were flying, and we were rolling on the floor. Suddenly, we heard this frantic banging on the door. It was Mick Jagger. "Cut it out in there," he yelled. "You girls are going to wind up hurting each other." At the time, none of us had any idea how prophetic his words turned out to be. After our flight of fancy with the Stones ended in December, we were back on the ground, back on the chitlin circuit, back-to-back one-nighters. The 12 months following our tour with the Stones were full of changes, full of challenges, full of surprises. We'd been flying all over the country with Mick Jagger and the boys, but it was back in Philly, right in our own backyard, where we got the biggest break of our career. We were playing with a big R&B review at the Uptown Theater when a couple of executives from Atlantic Records caught our act. They loved everything about us, our look, our style, our sound, and after the show, they approached us about signing with the label. We didn't think about it twice. After all, this was the house that Ruth built. That's what Atlanta Records was called in the 50s when Ruth, Miss Rhythm Brown, was turning out hit after hit for the company. At the time, it was the home to many of the biggest black acts in the business. Aretha Franklin, the queen of soul herself, Otis Redding, Wilson Pickett, the Drifters, and Solomon Burke. You mean Solomon still, what's her name, Betty LaVette's money, Burke? Child. Atlantic Records was definitely the big league, a major national label with major money to match. And they made it clear that they wanted to spend a lot of it promoting us. The day we signed the contract, I had that it's really about to happen for us feeling. To our surprise, we learned we weren't the first Bluebells to be signed to Atlantic. In the mid-50s, a female quintet had used the name to record their only single, The Story of a Fool. I knew that our Bluebells were going to write a different story, the story of fame and fortune. Almost immediately, we were put in the recording studio where we cut the first of the dozen singles we would do for Atlantic. We even sang backup for Wilson Pickett on his #1 R&B hit, 6345789. The same year, 1966, we toured with Otis Redding, who treated me like gold. He even took me to his home to have dinner with him and his wife, Zelma. It was while we were on Atlantic Records that we launched our own American invasion of the UK. They sent us to London, where I met the person who was going to shape my future in ways unimaginable to me then. We played the club circuit, catering to British teenagers, and we appeared on the hugely popular TV show Ready, Steady, Go, the American Bandstand of England. I liked the show's producer, Vicky Wickman, from the moment we met. Back then, Vicky was meeting all the big stars. She was booking everyone who was anyone on her show. The Beatles, the Kinks, The Who, Jimi Hendrix. It is a point of pride with me that we were the first and only group she ever booked to appear 2 weeks in a row. Before we left London, Vicky and I exchanged phone numbers, and over the next several years, the two of us would stay in touch. There were no warning signs. How can you tell when a friend, someone you think of as a sister, is about to betray you? You can't. At least I couldn't. Up until the day it happened, I would have sworn on my life that Sarah, Nona, Cindy, and I would always be together. Sure, we had our stupid little fights, but they never affected our friendship. At the end of the day, we knew what the deal was. We weren't just another girl group. We were family. As far as I was concerned, our bond had never been more secure. There was nothing and no one that could come between us. As many an outsider found out you messed with one of us, and you messed with all of us. While I never felt any serious tension with Sarah, Nona, and Cindy, there were times when I did feel it from members of other girl groups. It had started early on at the Apollo when the crowds wouldn't let us off the stage without doing a couple of encores, and the manager, Bobby Schiffman, dubbed us the sweethearts of the Apollo. For a while, we were closing our set with You'll Never Walk Away, and it always drove the crowd nuts. Our standing ovations got to be so loud and so long that a lot of other girl groups had second thoughts about going on after us. At the height of her popularity, Veronica Ronnie Spector, drop-dead gorgeous lead singer of the Ronettes, freaked out, as she put it in her autobiography, when she learned they would be following the Bluebells on stage to sing their signature song, the million-selling #1 single, Be My Baby. For a long time, the Shirelles, Will You Love Me Tomorrow, Soulja Boy, and the Bluebells were like oil and water. The four of us were always having some kind of friction with the four of them. On more than one occasion, the arguments went from verbal wars to knock-down, drag-out fights. We fought over everything, from coming into our dressing room without knocking to men.
Patti LaBelle, what the hell is wrong with you and Priscilla? Why can't y'all keep y'all hands to yourselves? Why is it like a going theme in this book that you have no control of your fury? And I thought that Aries and Scorpios had anger issues, but you got them Geminis. There's something wrong with y'all, because y'all can go from super sweet to raging bananas. I mean, ladies, take hold of your emotions. God damn. You've been beating up everybody. You've been scrapping with everybody from your sisters. Well, your sisters was more so kicking your ass.
Remember when she was at the skating rink with her group, the Elm Tones, and they were singing all off key, and she raged in front of everybody, cussed the group out, her sister out, everybody out. I bet you if we go back in time and talk to some of the people that were around her as she grew up, I can guarantee you they gonna say two things about her. Patti LaBelle was mean, and she got them hands. Once, when we all were performing on a Murray the K show at the Brooklyn Fox, Nona and Mickey of the Shirelles got into it over Chuck Jackson. They both had a huge crush on him, and they were kicking and scratching and pulling wigs so hard. I thought they were going to kill each other. I had to jump in the middle to break it up. Damn all that. I'm not getting in the middle of none of that. No, pass. I'll pass. I'm not being no referee. Ain't nobody paying me no money to be no damn referee. I don't have on no black and white Foot Locker uniform. Hell no. Get somebody else to do. The fights I remember most, though, were with the Supremes. Actually, they were only with the Supremes, Diana Ross.
Taking a ride on the east side, made a left on MLK. What a beautiful day, what a beautiful day. Riding high on the west side, looking for a hood rat to play. Won't you come out and play, won't you come out and play? Hey, taking a ride, hey, hey, on the south side, ooh, ooh, hey, hey, hey.